So right here I'm just showing what I'm doing. I believe this is the paprika adore dye that I'm mixing in now, and I'm just making sure it's mixed really well so there's no lumps or anything on it, because if there's lumps in it, um especially if you're done like a lace frontal wig or something like that, it's gonna clump up and it's gonna stain your lace, so you do not want that happening at all. So make sure you just mix it in really well. Make sure there's no lumps, no clumps, no nothing in it. So here now I'm just taking a paper towel and dipping it in, trying to see if I like the color or not. I really couldn't tell with the I really couldn't tell if I liked it or not, but I just went ahead and started dipping the hair in right here. So I just started with the bottom first, gradually dipping it in, pulling it back up, dipping it back down, pulling it back up, as you can see. So what happened right here is, as you can see what I said, the lumps or whatever, I'm just picking that out now. Yeah, and I'm mixing it back in because you really don't want that to stain the lace or anything, and I didn't know how this lace was gonna act. So yeah. So now I'm just redipping, making sure it's okay. Going a little further this time. So next what I'm gonna do is just sit it right up in there. As you can tell, I was really scared to just let it go because, as I said, I really did not know how the dye was gonna take on the lace, but luckily it did not stain the lace, and you'll see that after the little piece of lace at the back, it kind of did, but it didn't matter simply because I was cutting off the lace in the back anyway, so I mean that really didn't matter to me. So yeah. Right here I'm just making sure the hair is good and coated, and please use gloves, guys. Just an FYI, it didn't stain my hands too bad, but as you can tell, it just, yeah. So what I'm doing now is I'm just submerging the hair with the dye in the water, and I let that sit for about 30 minutes. Well, really an hour. I did 2 rounds of 30 minutes. So yeah, really the only thing I did with this hair, I seen some people say, like boil the water, but honestly I just used hot water out of the faucet. I didn't think that boiling the water was really necessary. So yeah, so I'm just letting it sit for about an hour. So now I'm ready to take the wig out of the water. What I'm doing first though is putting on gloves, just because I know I have to like kind of wring it out or whatever. So I'm just making sure that it doesn't stain my hands, because I had to work the very next day and I just did not want that to be on my hands. So yeah, so as you can see, I'm just squeezing the water out, making sure most of it's out. So what I'm doing now is getting ready to remove the bucket from off of my vanity in my room, and I'm getting ready to show you guys the color. This is what it looks like when it's fresh out of the water. As you can see that, you know, some of the tracks are still blonde, but I mean, that didn't really bother me. So I just repositioned the camera to see it does look lighter but darker, if that makes sense. I'll show final pictures of what it looks like when it's dry. So this is what it looks like straight out of the water. This is another picture from another angle, and this is what it looks like dry. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning into this video. I'll see you in the next one.